Hello and welcome to Schrödinger's cat. Myself Devabrata. In a previous lecture, we had discussed the continuity and differentiability, and I'll teach you in today's class the topic named the limit and derivatives. So I'll do chapter summary in a nutshell and previous year problem coming in JEE Main Advanced, and so that you can increase your problem solving skill and know how to approach the problem. So I think after doing this problem, you will be able to do all over types of questions coming in JEE Main and Advanced. So let's get started. So we'll cover here the chapter from the limit and the derivatives, that the limit of algebraic, exponential and logarithmic function, limit of trigonometric function, method of differentiation, and the total number of questions are coming in the JEE Main, the 2 or 3 questions, and the advanced 2 questions are come from the chapters limit and derivative. So let's get started. So first of all, the limit. So in the chapter summary class, the theorem on limits. First of all, the theorem on limits, that based on if fx and phi x are two functions, fx and phi x are two functions, then the limit extends to a, fx is a, and limit extends to a, phi x is equal to b, then the following theorem can hold. First of all, the limit extends to a fx plus minus phi x. It would be written in the form limit extends to a fx plus minus limit extends to a phi x, that is equal to a plus minus b. Second one, limit extends to a k multiply fx, that would become k limit extends to a fx, that would become k into a, because is defined limit extends to fx. Next one, the inner or dot or multiplication, limit extends to a fx into phi x, that is equal to limit extends to a fx into limit extends to a phi x, that is equal to ab. Next, limit extends to a fx by phi x, the quotient form. Previous were in the multiplication, so it would become the limit extends to fx with the denominator limit extends to a phi x, that would become a by b, provided b should not be vanish. Next, limit extends to a fx is equal to limit h tends to 0 f of h plus a. This is the following theorem, and now the important formula in the limit. Important formulas. So first of all, limit extends to 0 sin x by x, that would be 1. Similarly, limit extends to 0 tan x by x, that would be 1. Limit x tends to 0, cos x, that would be 1. Limit x tends to 0, sin inverse x by x, that should be 1. Next, limit x tends to 0, 1 plus x to the power 1 by x, that would be e, very important, this is e, that should be equal to limit x tends to infinity, 1 plus 1 by x to the power x. Next one, limit x tends to 0, this is also very important, log 1 plus x divided by x is equal to log e, provided a must be 0 and a not equal to 0. And the limit x tends to 0, log 1 plus x divided by x equal to 1. Next one, limit x tends to 0, a to the power x minus 1 by x, that would be log a, provided a greater than 0. And the limit x tends to 0, e to the power x minus 1 by x, that would be log e. Log e means 1. Next, the first formula, that limit x tends to a, x to the power n minus a to the power n divided by x minus a, that would what? N a to the power n minus 1. Next, limit x tends to 0, 1 plus x to the power m minus 1 is divided by x, that would be m. And limit x tends to infinity, log x divided by x to the power m, this should be 0, where m greater than 0. So these are our important formula from the limit. Next we go ahead our next discussion, that the differentiation. So first of one is the definition. If a function fx, that limit del x tends to 0, f of x plus del x minus f of x divided by del x means the small change in x to x plus del x, the small change means del x to x plus del x means del x is the small change, it would be dy dx of fx. Differentiation of fx, this is the definition, dy dx of fx. Now the important formulas. So ddx of c means constant should be 0, and one thing is that ddx is an operator. ddx is called is capital D, is called the f dashed, it also called the y dashed, it also called the y1. This is the term. D means differentiation and I means the integration. We just discussed in class 12 chapter the integration or integrals. So next, ddx of x to the power n, this would be n x to the power n minus 1. d dx means capital D. So I just write here only d. D of e to the power x. This should be e to the power x. D of a to the power x means a to the power x log a. D of log x. This should be what? 1 by x log e. Next, d of sin x. Sin x, differentiation cos x. D of cos x minus sin x. D of tan x sec square x. D of cot x. D of cot x means minus cosec square x. D of sec x means sec x tan x. D of cosec x minus cosec x cot x. Next, the inverse function. D of sin inverse x. It should be 1 by root over 1 minus x square. D of cos inverse x. Same with the negative sign. Minus 1 by root over 1 minus x square. D of tan inverse x. It would be 1 by 1 plus x square. D of cot inverse x. This should be minus 1 by 1 plus x square. D of sec inverse x. Sec inverse x differentiation 1 by x root over x square minus 1. D of cosec inverse x. D of cosine inverse x means minus 1 by x root over of x square minus 1. This is our important formula. Next, derivative of sum of two functions. The theorems. States that suppose d dx of f1x plus minus f2x. This should be what? D dx of f1x plus minus d dx of f2x. You just pronounce the d dx operator only d dx, not dy dx. Keep in mind. Derivative of product of two function. D of f1x one function and another f2x. So first function as it is f1x, second function derivative d of f2x plus f2x as it is derivative of first function d of f1x. Next, if y is product of two function, then dy dx is first function. Suppose product of two function. Product means capital sigma. This is the capital pi product of two function. Suppose f1 and f2. This should be what? First function f1 into d of second function d of f2 plus second function f2 d of f1. This is the formula. Derivative of quotient. quotient of two function means the divide. Suppose y equal to u by v. So dy dx would be what? V denominator square, v denominator, v fixed, differentiate of numerator du dx minus numerator fixed u, differentiation of denominator dv dx. This is the formula, y equal to numerator divided by denominator. This is the formula. So dy dx means, I just write in the general form, dy dx means denominator square, denominator into capital D of numerator minus numerator into capital D of denominator. This is the general expression. Next, the parametric function, very important. Parametric function. Suppose x is a function f1t and y be a function f2t. So the dy dx is equal to dy dt into dt dx. So this means dy dt this means, just a minute, this means the dy dt divided by dx dt. This is the general form. Now go ahead our next topic, next discussion, not topic, that derivative, successive derivative means the successive differentiation. Successive differentiation means y equal to fx, representation, first derivative. Y equal to fx is a function, first derivative. So first derivative means dy dx is written as dy dx, or other representation is f dash x capital dy y1. This is the representation. Second derivative means ddx of dy dx would be what? D square y dx square. Another representation f double dash x d square y and the y2. This is the another representation, and you just pronounce the second order derivative, that d square y dx square or d2y dx2. Not you just pronounce d square y divided by dx square. This is wrong. Next, the third. Third means d dx of d square y dx square should be what? D cube y dx cube. This is written or in another form f triple dash x or d cube y or y3, such as the nth derivative should be what? D dx dn minus 1 y dx n minus 1. This should be what? dn y dxn. Another representation fn x dn y and the yn. This is another representation of the nth order derivative. Next, derivative of a function of a function. Suppose y equal to fx. This is the phi of fx. function of a function. So difference should be what? Ddx of fx. This should be d phi dt into dt dx. Derivative of one function with respect to another function. Suppose the y1 equal to f1x and the y2 f2x. Then the dy1 dy2 derivative of one function with respect to another function is written in the form that dy1 dx divided by dy2 dx. This is written the f1 dash x divided by f2 dash x. Next, nth derivative of some elementary function, very important for JEE Advanced. Nth differentiation of elementary function. First of all, dn dxn of x to the power m, it should be m factorial x to the power m minus n divided by m minus n factorial, provided n less than equal to m and 0 if n greater than m. Next one, very important, nth order derivative of sin x. Dn dxn of sin x, it should be sin of x plus n pi by 2. For sin x, you just put this one. N is equal to what? Sin x. N is 0, 1, 2, 3. Just put the value. You just get the differentiate from here. NH belongs to Z. Next, the dn dxn of cos x. This should be cos of x plus n pi by 2. And last one, the dn dxn of e to the power mx. This should be m to the power n e to the power mx. These are our very important formula of limit and differentiation. So we just switched our lecture into problem discussion session. First problem is coming from JEE Advanced recent type of question 2024 that says that let k belongs to R, set of real number. Limit x tends to 0 plus sin of sin kx plus cos x plus x whole to the power 2 by x equal to e to the power 6. Then the value of k equal to what? So finally, the given equation that limit x tends to 0 plus sin of sin kx plus cos x plus x to the power 2 by x equal to e to the power 6. So that imply limit x tends to 0 plus sin of sin kx plus cos x plus x minus 1. I just write minus 1 into 2 by x equal to e to the power 6. I just do here minus 1 and into 2 by x for the matching. Into 2i means what? 2 to the power x. Okay. Now, so limit x tends to 0, 2 by x should become first. Sin of sin kx plus x minus 1 minus cos x. This should be 6. We just apply a limit formula already discussed in chapter summary class, or limit extends to 0 plus sine of sine kx divide by sine kx into sine kx by kx into kx by x plus, we just match here, x by x minus 1 minus cos x by x. This should be 3. 2 here 6, so after 3. Or limit extends to 0, sin x by x means 1. So 1 into k plus 1, x by x means 1, minus limit extends to 0 plus 1 minus cos x by x square into x. We just do x square into x means divide by x. Okay, equal to 3. Or k plus 1, this should be what? 0. Minus 1 should be 0. So k equal to what? 2. 2 would be our correct answer. Option B is correct. Next. Next question from JEE Main 2023. Let sum n 0 to infinity n cube 2n factorial plus 2n minus 1 into n factorial divided by n factorial into 2n factorial equal to a plus b by a plus c, where abc belongs to z, set of integer, a equal to sum n 0 to infinity 1 by n factorial. You have to find the value of a square minus b plus c equal to what? This is a NAT type of question, numerical answer type. So you just put the numerical digit in, fill in the blanks. So summation n 0 to infinity, this is given n cube 2n factorial plus 2n minus 1 into n factorial divide by n factorial 2n factorial. This is given. So I just spread out the summation 1 by n minus 3 factorial plus summation 3 by, just separate, n minus 2 factorial plus sum 1 by n minus 1 factorial plus summation 1 by 2n minus 1 factorial minus summation 1 by 2n factorial. Just separate this term. So after, this should be what? By the limit formula, e plus 3 plus e plus half into e minus 1 by e minus half into e plus 1 by e. So this should be what? After calculation 5e minus 1 by e equal to, given this right hand side, ae plus b by e plus c. This is given for all a, b, c belongs to z, set of integer. So compare this. So comparing, we just get a equal to 5, b equal to minus 1, c equal to 0. You just solve here. Compare this equation, you will get this value. And you have to find, therefore, a square minus b plus c equal to what? Means 25, put this value, minus of minus 1 plus 0. This should be what? 26. So 26 would be our answer. Just write 26. This is solved in NAT type question, JEE Main. Next. JEE Main recent type questions 2022. says that the value of log 2 ddx of log cosec x with base cos x at x equal to pi by 4 is equal to what? Just do a derivative of this function at the point pi by 4. So let fx is given this function log e base 2 ddx of log cos x base of cosec x. This is given. Just do derivative here. So log 2 ddx of this should be log cos x by log cosec x equal to log 2 ddx of this should be what? Log cos x, and this should be minus log mod sin x. So minus should become first by the logarithm rule log 2 ddx of log sin x divided by log cos x. Okay. Now numerator by denominator quotient form. So u by v method, the differentiation. So equal to log minus log 2 into denominator square means log cos x whole square. So log cos x fixed ddx of numerator log sin x means what? Log sin x means log x differentiate 1 by x. 1 by x means 1 by sin x into sin x differentiation cos x. Okay, minus log of sin x as it is differentiate of log of cos x. So log x means 1 by x means 1 by cos x, and cos x differentiation minus sin x. Okay, so this should be what? Minus log 2 as it is. So here the log x log cos x square. So here cot x cos x by sin x, cot x into log cos x plus this should be minus minus plus sin x by cos x tan x and the log sin x. Okay, so you have to find at x equal to pi by 4. So therefore f of pi by 4, put this value at x log 2 as it is, just put this value x equal to pi by 4 means log cos pi by 4 square as it is, the cot pi by 4 log cos x means cos pi by 4 plus tan x means tan pi by 4 and the log sin x means sin pi by 4. So just calculate minus log 2 as it is, here would become 2 divided by log 1 by root 2. So this should be what? Minus log 2 as it is into 2 divided by 1 by root 2 means half. 1 by root 2 means what? Log 1 by root 2 means minus half should become first and the log 2 as it is. Log 2 cancel, minus minus plus 2 into 2 4. 4 would be a correct answers. Option D is correct. Next, question number 4 is coming in JEE Main 2023. Limit t tends to 0, 1 to the power sin square t plus 2 to the power 1 by sin square t plus dot dot n to the power 1 by sine square t to the power sine square t is equal to what? So let L is given that limit t tends to 0, 1 to the power 1 by sine square t plus 2 to the power 1 by sine square t plus dot dot plus n to the power 1 by sine square t to the power sine square t. This is given. Now limit should be applied. So limit t tends to 0, n should become first. I just do n multiply, so it should be 1 by n to the power 1 by sine square means cosec square t. Okay, 2 by n 1 by sine square t means cosec square t dot dot plus the last element should be what? N by n to the power cosec square t, and the element before the last element should be what? N. Here n, so here n minus 1 divided by n to the power cosec square t. Okay, correct, to the power as it is sine square t. So n should be multiplied first and 1 by n. Just do the n into 1 by n. This should be 1. Now is equal to limit t tends to 0, n. This should be what? 0 by the limit formula. Apply just 0 plus dot dot. Last element 1 to the power sine square t. This should be n. Because we just write this formula, a to the power x tends to 0 when x tends to infinity. So 0 less than a less than 1. Our main motto that we apply, the exact 1 to the power tends to 0, this should be 0. So the series of limit should be n. B would be correct answer. Go ahead. Our last question that JEE Main 2022 MCQ questions. Limit b equal to, let b equal to limit x tends to 0, alpha x minus e to the power 3x minus 1 divided by alpha x into e to the power 3x minus 1. For some alpha belongs to R, then the value of alpha plus beta equal to what? So first you just try to solve by yourself. So here beta is limit x tends to 0, alpha x minus e to the power 3x minus 1 divided by alpha x into e to the power 3x minus 1. This is beta. So limit x tends to 0, this would be what? 1 plus alpha x, the series of e to the power x. Series of e to the power x. So 1 plus 3x plus 9x square by 2 factorial plus dot dot divided by alpha x. So e to the power 3x minus 1 divided by 3x into 3x. Okay. Now limit x tends to 0. This would be alpha x minus 3x minus 9x square by 2 factorial minus dot 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 divided by c alpha x square. This should be 1. This should be 1 at limit x tends to 0. This should be 3 alpha x square. So in this limit, for the existence of the limit, for existence of the limit, the numerator should not be 0, and otherwise it should be 0 by 0 form. This is the undefined, tends to infinity, undefined. And one thing is that you just do here two method, the L hospital rule. L hospital rule means for 0 by 0 form, infinity by infinity form, you just do differentiate of the both numerator and denominator. Suppose given y equal to fx of the limit L, y equal to just limit x tends to 0 fx. For this case, you just apply the L hospital rule, that differentiator of fx, d of fx with the d of phi x. Basically, y is given the fx by phi x. For this 0 by 0 form, at x equal to 0, this should be 0 by 0. You just do derivative of both the denominator and the numerator, or otherwise for the existence of the limit, this alpha should be 3. So 3x minus 3x should be 0. So by observation, that's right, by observation of the existence of the limit, alpha should be 3. So beta should be what? For alpha equal to 3, beta would be minus 3 by 2 alpha. That beta equal to minus half. So therefore, you have to find the alpha plus beta value. Alpha means what? 3. Beta means minus half. 6 minus 1 by 2, 5 by 2. Alpha plus beta would be 5 by 2. C would be our correct answers. So we just discussed the 5 important questions. For your better clarification, practice and the understanding, I usually give 5 another homework. You just pause this video and take a screenshot quickly. 5 limit and differentiated questions. So I think you just take a screenshot of my problem section, 5 home tasks from yours. So I think after solving this problem, you will be able to do all types of questions coming in JEE Main and Advanced Mathematics. So in our contact section, solve this homework, and if anyone need this file of my YouTube lecture, just mail with no hesitation with this ID catschrodingers1935@gmail.com. So last but not the least, thank you very much. Stay well and happy. Have a good day. Okay, bye bye.